Hello, Taurus. Welcome to, why is my microphone all the way over here? Welcome to your weekly reading. I'm going to dive straight in. Let's see what's going on for you guys. This will be for next week, so the 24th to the 2nd of February. So let's dive in together. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Did I say February? I mean March. My goodness. What's going on? All right, one card out, please, as an overall energy for this week for Taurus, please. Ooh. Might be dealing with some feelings of regret, and that's okay. Here is your affirmation. If that is the case, this says, I know that I cannot change the past. All right, there's no point living in regret. I should have done this. If I knew better, I would have done this. Of course, because you would have known better, but you didn't, and that's okay. Now we move forward with the lesson learned. Okay, don't beat yourself up about certain things that are beyond your control now. Okay, otherwise you'll live with that feeling. We want to deal with those. We want to address it. We want to remind ourselves that we cannot change the past. We can only change the future. Okay, so let's do that. All right, my angels. So let's see what else we got going on. Just remember, everything from now moving forward, not everything, but most things are in your control. You can navigate your way through. So trust in yourself and the lesson that you've learned with whatever you're feeling regret about. Let's see. For Taurus, what do we have? We got orphaned. Okay, that makes sense. This is a card of feeling low, feeling a little bit insecure or lack of self-worth, or that kind of thing, especially if it is about regret. Maybe you are feeling like, oh, I wish I had done something a bit better and I wouldn't have ended up in this situation, or feeling alone in some shape or form. So don't worry about it. We'll fix that. You also have to be fair, which is interesting because I kind of feel like with this combination, you might be needing to take a little bit of a life review. I always say that To Be Fair card is my life review card, right? To figure out what is in your life currently that might be still reminding you of something or making you feel alone or down in some way, maybe even depressed in some way. So let's see. Spirit's kind of there with you, just saying, okay, let's get rid of the things that we don't want in our life now, and let's add some things in that are of value, right? It's a really good time to look at what's around you. What are you feeding your time and energy to? And start getting rid of things that are just distracting you. I wonder if this is about like, oh, I wish I was doing this, but I'm not. Like, I just feel like you're a little bit blaming yourself. All right, so let's not do that. Let's take control in some way. So let's get rid of certain things that just are not good for us, whether it be, I don't know. It just feels like there is a way. If you feel like you spend too much time in technology and it's distracting you from living your best life, then it's time to buy those little boxes and put your phone in it and lock it away or something. I don't know. Put a little timer on your phone for how much time you spend. There's always a solution. So I always say there is always something that you can do to change your current circumstances. No point dwelling. It's time to make some changes, okay? And that's what that To Be Fair is about. It's looking at things from a non-biased perspective. All right, so start weighing things out, figuring out what is really bringing goodness into your life and what's doing the opposite of that. Okay, so it's time to take some control here, which is okay, but also be easy on yourself, because again, that orphaned energy is a lot of emotions. So it's reminding me of a phrase that I say sometimes as a reminder to myself too, that you can't hate yourself into loving yourself, right? And you can't hate your life into loving your life. So you can't nitpick all these things that are wrong with yourself if you're wanting to be better, or love yourself more, for example. So it's time to bring some compassion to yourself, all right? Understand yourself, why you're feeling this way, in order to address it. All right, let's see. I hope that made sense. Let's see. Okay, Pig Spirit says use your mind wisely. That might be necessary. It might be necessary here this week for you guys to have a little bit more positive thinking. This reminds me of the Five of Cups, which is again focusing only on the negatives and the things again that have already happened. One more for Taurus, please, this week. Thank you. And Grasshopper, which says take a leap of faith. So that's the Fool card. So we've got a little bit of a thing here saying that you can start a new journey. You can start from scratch again, even if it's just like metaphorically. You don't need to be making big changes. This could be within you, which for the majority of you, I do feel like that's the case. It's a mindset shift. It's an energy shift. So instead of putting out this energy of I'm alone and I have nobody and I'm not good enough, or whatever it is that you're thinking, changing your words, changing your mentality. Because the Pig Spirit is all about the impossible, right? And the impossible can happen when this card shows up. So it may not feel, it's kind of like maybe maybe like affirmations will help, or visualization can be helpful, because I'm trying to feel like it's almost this needing to fake it till you make it, because when you're in a mood like this, but you want to be different, or you want to be happier, you want to, you have to do something that's uncomfortable that you don't really feel. I don't know, like trying to find a list of things you're grateful for when you just feel like you hate the world, that's really tricky, and that's hard because you have to change your state. That's what it feels like, you're having to change your state. So it's tricky, but you can do it, guys, because it's showing up in your reading. Use your mind wisely. All right, let's try to use it to manifest great things and to change our habits, all right, or mentality again. Right, Grasshopper Spirit says, take a leap of faith. So again, it's time to start something new. And I do feel like that's really feeling a bit more energetically rather than literally. But I don't know what you guys are doing. Maybe you're feeling unhappy in a job and it's getting at you now. So the to be fair could be like, okay, I need to actually make a decision on this now. And that could be the leap of faith. Let's see. One more card. And I wonder if that regret is a little bit of like, all right, let's make sure that we don't live in regret later on. So we're making decisions now to make sure we don't feel that way. All right, let's see. One more. Time out. Yeah, something's too much. Relax, go on holiday. It's time to take a little bit of a break here. Even if it's a mental break and you just spend some time with yourself in nature or whatever makes you feel good, so that you can actually have a little bit of a rest to get yourself together. Maybe that's what's necessary. It definitely feels like something's upsetting you, making you feel less than or low. I wonder what it is. So Spirit's saying, time out, Taurus. Take a break and come back to this. All right, let's see. One card out as the overall energy, please, Spirit, for this week for Taurus. The moon. Well, there we go. That is that orphaned energy. It's a lot of feelings and emotions going on right now, and it's not the best ones, right? The moon is usually deep feelings. I always say it's kind of like drowning in your feelings a little bit here, where they're just super overwhelming. We will clarify that though. It can also be a card where things are hidden, things are not so clear. There's a little bit of distortion going around. So whether that is that there are things that are hidden, or whether it's your own kind of clarity, for example, that things aren't feeling very clear, could be your own shadow side coming through as well, which is fine. But let's figure it out together. Let's see what is one card out for the energy of Taurus this week. How are they showing up in the world this week? The King of Wands. Okay, well, I like that one because this, for some reason, is looking like the to be fair, because the King of Wands is all about being passionate, right? It's about kind of putting your foot forward and taking your ideas, kind of being able to adapt to a situation, having ideas that are going to help you move forward as a kind of action as well, taking action. So the fact you're showing up as a King of Wands, you have the strength and the ability to adapt to situations, meaning that if you're not happy with something now, you're able to pivot, you're able to have an idea that comes forward and to change things. Just you need to take action on it, right? But let's see how this is for you. Let's see how this is. You're showing up as a good manager, by the way, even if it's of your life. So maybe using those skills might help you navigate this kind of tricky or foggy time, if you will. I will clarify these for you. Maybe I'll start with that first. No, I think I will pull the rest. So let's see, what is the challenge that Taurus will be facing this week? What is it? The Four of Wands. So there could be a bit of a disconnect between you and others at this time, or you're not feeling close to your goals, or if you are, then it feels like maybe you're having a hard time celebrating them, because this is a card of community getting together, coming together, and it's also a really good card for reaching goals and milestones, but it's in your challenge position. So what is the advice that you have for Taurus this week? The Knight of Swords. So there's two bits of advice that come through with the Knight of Swords. Number one is, being determined is really going to take you far. However, make sure that you double check all information before rushing into something, right? The speed of this is a bit alarming. When we're going so fast and we're rushing ahead and we're just jumping based on an impulse, we can really kind of, I don't know why I'm feeling like we might need to read the room a little bit here. You might want to jump in and accuse somebody, but it might be the wrong place, or maybe you don't have all the facts and maybe it's wrong. Whatever it is, just don't rush too fast, okay? As I said with the to be fair, it's a really good time to weigh things up. Don't just cut things out. There's a saying, willy-nilly, right? That's what I'm hearing. but it's a good time to be determined in the fact that, okay, I'm going to get out of this and I'm going to move forward, right? It's a determined card. It's a determined card, which I like. So let's go ahead and clarify this. Let's dive a little bit deeper into these messages for you and see what's going on. Why is the moon the overall energy here? The devil and the fool. Well, there we go. Right. Okay, so I've not blurred these cards out, so we're just going to try cover it up before YouTube demonetizes me. But the devil card, Capricorn energy, it could be there's a lot of work on your shoulders, and that might be why timeout is here, because it's just getting to you, right? The fool card, maybe it is, time to cut the chains from something that is just overstimulating or overburdening or just really toxic. It could be an environment, a person in your life, a boss, whatever it is, or just something that's just not making you feel good, right? The devil is low vibrational energy, and especially with the moon here, it makes sense that you'd feel that way because there's an energy around you. It's not you, it's around you that is affecting you inside. It could be the past, right? It could be a devil energy in your past that you're reflecting on, and it's time to just cut the chains from that, disconnect from it and the feelings that it gave you, so you can start healing it, right? Because a fool is that take a leap of faith, right? It's starting a new journey elsewhere. So for a lot of you, it does feel a little bit like a change, maybe in a situation. But if it's your own fears and your own kind of darkness, which is normal, again, it's shadow side energy, then the full card is giving yourself a fresh start, whatever it is. It's the same message, just different ways that it applies. All right, so starting a new journey will be important for you. But let's see. Sorry. Let me just fix that. And I will get back to it. Hold on. All right. So the kind of vibe I'm getting, I wonder if you just went through a really difficult situation. It's been really hard to, kind of shrug it off or, shake it off a little bit here. Why is the King of Wands in the energy of Taurus, please? What was that? I came out and jumped back in. I didn't get to see that. It was too quick. King of Wands. The King of Cups. Okay, you're showing up a lot as this King energy. So the King of Cups jumping through with this combination is quite important because it's all about staying on top of your feelings and emotions, understanding them, but not allowing them to overrule you. So if you have been feeling a little bit emotionally challenged, then taking some time out, taking a break from whatever this is really going to be helpful to help you balance it. All right, doing that inner work to help you balance it too. But why is the King of Wands here? What is the energy behind that? Okay, so it does look like you guys are really trying to work on something. The Eight of Pentacles is about building something, right? It's practicing your skills or working on building your money, for example, or a project, whatever it is. It feels really good in your career life in terms of how you are showing up. You're making money, or at least you're putting a lot of work into it and you will receive that back. You're practicing your skills and your abilities, or even just you're working on yourself. That could be what it is too. Your ability to adapt, your ability to believe in your dreams and your ideas and to take action on them. Okay, maybe this is an energy that they want you to show up as. Okay, maybe this is like there are parts of yourself that Spirit wants you to have a fresh start in, so you can put more time and energy towards the better parts of yourself. And in terms of your work, whatever you do for work, it feels like you're very talented. You're very skilled here. You have a lot of ideas, I don't know, and it feels quite good in that area. It just feels like the emotional side of things might need the addressing, the deep down stuff. Why is the Four of Wands a challenge? Oops. The Three of Wands came through, which is interesting. I feel like there's a message coming through with that. You're waiting on a message here, or you're waiting for a dream or a goal. One more. Why is this a challenge? The Justice card. That's interesting. You could be waiting for a certain contract that might be coming through here, or a balance of some kind. Or maybe it's some sort of forgiveness, maybe because there's a dove bird here. However this applies to you, your challenge right now is probably your balance. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense with this, to be fair. So I wonder if your challenge is about creating a balance right now whilst you're waiting for things to feel better, right? You're trying to balance your feelings and emotions and to feel a little bit better about yourself and where you're going. whilst you're waiting to achieve those goals. You know, it's almost like you're feeling a little bit like you're not there yet. So it's hard to feel happy or to start fresh in this present moment. So that To Be Fair card is seems to be a bit of advice, to be honest, for you, if that makes any sense. But the Three of Wands, waiting for something, is your challenge. Something could be delayed communication, delayed message, or you're waiting for something and it's taking up too much of your time, if you will, or your energy. So Justice is about creating a balance there. All right. And the Knight of Swords, why is this the advice? Why is the Knight of Swords advice? The Empress. Now that's an interesting combination, because the Empress is really about somebody who attracts. I don't feel like it's not an energy of going out there and going after it. It's more about attracting. So I wonder if the Empress is again about focusing on your self-worth. All right. Not to come down off of your throne for anybody if they don't deserve your time and energy, to pay more attention to your love for self, your love for life. That's something they want you to focus on right now, and to understand that the right things will come your way. You don't need to come off of your throne here and rush forward. The Empress is also about abundance, you know, and bringing things to life. So I feel like they want you to go after things, but don't rush forward, because there's a difference between like doing it in a panicked, desperate way, which is like, I need this, I need to do it now, because if I don't do it now, I'm never going to have it. And you need to see those results straight away, you know, in order to feel like, okay, I don't know. Whereas the Empress is like, do you know what? Everything's going to happen as it will. I'm going to go in this direction, but I know that the results might not show up straight away because I'm working towards an abundance. So it will come to me in the right time. It's more about trusting. And the Knight of Swords is not trusting. It's just darting forward. So I feel like they want you to balance that energy, okay, by trusting a little bit more in yourself and also in the universe. You are an abundant being. So the universe will give to you in kind. And this is also your card, by the way. So I feel like getting back to the luxuries of life, whatever makes you feel good. The Empress is all about sensuality. So do things that make you feel good is going to be important, but try to trust a little bit here this week, or connect with yourself and your feelings, and making sure that you're grounded here is going to be important before you start moving forward. But a leap of faith, a new fresh start is really important. So maybe a really good time to start doing that internally. You know, so whether you're just, okay, I'm no longer going to engage in this certain thing that I do, this habit that I have, because it's not making me feel good, you know, maybe whatever it is. You know, I'm not sure what that devil is in your life, but it's a temptation. It could even be a fear for some of you, but it feels like a temptation. It feels like it's a habit you're trying to break, or a mentality you're trying to break, or whatever it is. You know, that's what it feels like mainly. So fresh start. Let's jump all into a new different life. You know, let's start doing things differently. Let's be more conscious with our decision makings, and start taking action and cutting things out, and inviting new things in to replace it. Okay, my angels, that's what I have for you. I hope this has made sense. I'm sorry I've been rambling, but I'm going to love you and leave you now. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time.